Welcome to the shop where I just picked up a street legal kit from WD Electronics. Now, this kit is available with a couple of different options and they've got it for different machines, but now I picked up the one from a 2020 Turbo. Now, the kit that I got came with the sequential lights. It came with replacement fang lights. That way, those operate as turn signals along with these. So everybody should be able to see what you're doing. Now this kit comes with your main box, which you put up under the dash. And it comes with all the wiring that you need to install it for a couple of different applications. Now it also came with a license plate frame and mount. That way you've got a light over your license plate, which makes you've got to have it to be street legal. Now, something I really like about this kit is it comes with a rocker switch, just like the car does. You mount this on your steering column, and to go right, you push up, to go left, you push down. It's simple, it's just like driving a car. This kit comes with all the zip ties that you need to keep everything zip tied and up out of the way. It comes with a WD Electronics sticker, which is pretty cool. It also comes with a horn kit. Now I've already got a horn installed, so I don't need this, but it does come with a horn and it comes with a push button. So all you've got to do is mount the horn, plug this into your control box, push a button, and the horn works. But anyway, let's get this thing installed. Now the first thing you're going to do is remove your hood and your dash cover. The hood is real simple, just two little clips and it's off. In order to remove the dash cover, I'm going to need to remove my windshield. Now with the windshield off and out of the way, we're going to go ahead and remove our center pocket on our console. Now I replaced the center pocket with the EMP stereo, so I've got two screws here that I need to remove now. If you've got the stock pockets, you ain't got to do that. All you got to do is remove them two push pins and lift it out. In order to remove the dash, you've got one of these star bolts on each side of the dash, plus you got two in front under the hood. Next, we can pop the top of the dash off. Just lift it up. Next, you're going to want to figure out where you want to put your control module. Mounting this blinker switch is real simple. Just remove these two Allen bolts. Take your metal bracket, put it on the inside of the steering column, and start your screw back into the rocker switch. Now with your two screws tight, you can see that operations as it should. Take your wiring harness and run it between the steering column and the dash. Next, I'm going to feed this wire through and I'm going to go ahead and plug it in to my control box. Next, I'm going to remove my grill. Now my grill is a little more difficult because of the winch and the bumper, but yours should just pop right out. Next, what's holding these fangs on is you'll see that shiny nut right there. There's three 11mm nuts that's holding them on, so I'm going to go ahead and remove them now. With all three nuts off, the fang will pull right out. Next, I'm going to install the new fang that come with the kit. Now with the fang lights in, we can go ahead and get our wiring harness and go ahead and get them wired up and hooked to the control module. Now if you're running the fang lights and you're running the sequential light, you're going to need this adapter here. But if you're just running one or the other, you won't need this piece here. All you'll need is your wiring harness. Now, with the wire run to both my fang lights and the wire just hanging here, I'm going to leave that loose right now, but I'm going to come back and zip tie it later. After I make sure my fang lights are blinking on the right side, I may have to unplug them, plug them in on the other side. They're not labeled. Next, I'm going to unplug the factory harness, and I'm going to plug this splitter back into it. Next, I'm going to plug my taillight harness in, and I'm going to run these wires along the frame to the back of the machine where I just installed the adapter. Next, we're going to run this wire along this frame rail here, along this tube. And the instructions say to use an old coat hanger or something, straighten it out, and use it to guide this wire back through here. But I'm hoping I can just tape these ends together and I can get this wire to feed back through there on its own. Now these are not color coded. I went ahead and plugged both of these in for now, but the instructions say if your blinkers don't work right, if your right's blinking when you turn your left on, or if your left's blinking when you turn your right on, just reverse these two wires. Now I'm going to come back and zip tie all these wires in a minute, but for right now I'm fixing to make a test and see what works and what don't. Now you may have noticed I haven't installed these yet, and I'm not going to. I'm going to wait. Now these come, all you've got to do is plug this in. There's an end of that T, then plug this into here, and they'll work. But I'm not decided if I want to run those just yet. I almost believe these fangs are going to be plenty for what I want to do. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these hot leads, this hot and this ground, and I'm going to run it through the firewall. Now to power this up, I went ahead and used the accessory block on my bus bar. That way every time I turn the key on, it automatically powers these up. Turn the key on, the lights come on, so you know they're on. Now it's working right. Now, in order to get my blinkers on the dash working, we got to unplug this. We got to separate it. You just push that in on both sides, and then the cover pops off. But those slipped into place. That put back together. You want to check everything, make sure everything looks good. Then we can reinstall a cap. And with that done, we can plug it back in and we can test our dash blinkers. This one crack. Now, with that done, I've still got to install my license plate bracket, my wiring going to it. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and zip tie all my wires. I'm going to put everything up here back together. Then I'll go to the back and I'll start working on that. But I want to get this done first. Now, before installing my tag, I'm going to have to notch the corner to clear the wiring harness. The license plate, instead of using the included hardware, I just use 2 self-tapping screws. And my wiring, I run it up over here. There's another wiring harness. I zip tied it around behind this cover and plugged it back into my harness here that was included in the kit. As you can see, there's a light. It lights your license plate up at night. When you turn your key on, that light automatically comes on and it stays on all time. Now, if you hit the left signal, you can see that thing light up here is a flashing. And also, the tail light is a flashing, along with the indicator on the dash. And if you flip it up, your right indicator starts flashing, the right fang light, and the right tail light. If you switch your key off, it don't do nothing. It's all controlled with the key. But anyway, that's all there is to installing the WD Electronics Street Legal Kit on my 2020 Turbo. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you on the trails.